EFI piece of shit. Look, you just called it. Need your carb guy over
Blow through.
All right, so before we head to the dyno, we got to do a couple things. Got to plumb up some stuff, and I also didn't say in the last video, but we'll say it now. I forgot to put a Woodruff key in a crankshaft, so we got to take this back part, and we're going to double pin the crank. I just got it all done so that we could get the charge pipe and all that stuff done. So we got to do that, and a couple little things, check over everything. Sounded a little funny on the starter, so we might have to look at that. But other than that, we're going to do those couple things, get it ready to go to the dyno, so we can hopefully go racing this weekend. All right, guys, went ahead and just popped the front seal off, put our keyway on. Now we got a keyway in the crank. I'm going to go ahead and do the drill and pin this one, so it'll have keyway and a pin on the opposite side, so it shouldn't spin the balancer. It was already trying to, just the way it was, just revving it a few times, it was already trying to spin the balancer. And if we were actually running timing off of that balancer, we would have been pissed off. But it's not running timing off of it, it's just going to screw the crank up if it does spin, so hopefully it doesn't. All right, we're all back together. Crank is pinned, keyway in it. Wasn't really fun.
Really fun.
Wasn't, yeah, it was not fun. But now we can plumb up the blow-off valve and the fuel pressure regulator, and I can finish my TPS out. And we can kind of just zip tie some things, get it all out of the way situated. And Evan's gonna make us some motor plate pieces to connect it. That way the load's kind of on just the plate itself and not on only the bolts that are holding it in.
We got some revving to do.
Some revving to do?
Some revving.
We gotta get some more fuel in this rig. All right, we got the front end all bolted on. Evan got us some motor plate mounts fabbed up last night. So motor plates all attached, everything on the blower's done, Loctited, everything's sealed. Still got to fix the TPS and a couple of plumbing lines, and we're thinking we need to cut the front of this out a little bit where our melted bumper is. Make us a little entry right there. Be like half this, half that.
Here, I'll get you.
You can see the blower back there. Yeah, that was great, Bob. So you're gonna cut that for me? Probably.
Yeah,
it'll look worse.
I'll cut it for you.
It'll look worse if I do it. Get the body saw. All right, got our blow-off valve and fuel pressure regulator plumbed. Went ahead and fixed the TPS wire in here, so if I need to swap it again, we can just make a little extension piece, and it'll be fine. Should have done that last time, but now it's done. A couple little things. I'm gonna go ahead and swap injectors. I don't even want to try this on the dyno because I feel like they're just gonna be out. So I'm gonna throw a set of 700s in here until the 550s that I ordered got here. And yeah, we got a little list. We got power steering still to do. I gotta fix this breather, change spark plugs, manifold air temp sensor. I'm waiting on the bung to get here. That'll be here tomorrow. And then injectors and trim the bumper. Should be ready to take it to the dyno. See if we make it through the dyno. I'd like to get another set of valve covers on this thing, but I don't have enough time. I probably should have thought about that before. But I'm just gonna get a set of motion ones for this thing and throw them on here, then we have an actual puke tank, and I don't have to worry about this fitting coming loose anymore. All right, guys. Picked up the power steering pump, got it mounted. Now I just need to run some wires down around the bumper. Also, TJ cut this out for the blower, so now I get some fresh air. And then fitting will be here tomorrow-ish. Oh, can't see that, for the steering box. So it comes off of this 6AN right there, goes into there, and then that just returns it. Super simple setup. I just got to run the wires up, attach them to the battery, and then I'm going to use a relay driver just to trigger that as soon as the truck's running. So actually I might trigger it by voltage. We'll see how it goes. I might do either one because it's a pain in the ass to steer and try to push. So if it's on when the truck's off, that'd be awesome. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. What are you doing, supervising?
Yeah.
Make sure that chair don't float away?
Yeah. Pretty comfy.
Thanks for the help. All right. Well, turns out you can't run force pump on 16 volt. We've been trying to figure this out all day. We wired it, had it all nice and looking pretty. Wouldn't work. So the dude that sells the kit, Ben, came by. He's like, hey, I'll bring a spare pump and a battery, and we'll see what it is. It may be that it's on 16 volt. And I was like, I don't think so, but whatever. He was right. This pump, no likely to 16 volt. So I went ahead, I ordered an auxiliary deal to knock it down from 16 to 12. Won't be here till tomorrow. Trying to dyno this thing and get ready for this weekend. So I ran and grabbed a motorcycle battery. We hooked that all up. I'm just going to strap it into the grill and we'll just charge it in between rounds for now until we can get back here and hook up that step-down box, and then everything should work like it's supposed to. All right, well, it turns out it sits in the core support like a dream. Really nice. One little zip tie, not going anywhere, and we can easily charge that thing in between rounds if we need to. All right, let me flip this thing. Actually, you go flip it on. You got to turn, I think the ignition's still on, I don't remember.
Which one is
It's still labeled as cool down because I just used my old fan. So basically it'll turn on if the truck is running. Is the dash on?
It's on the dash.
Yeah, hit it. Is it on? Why is it spooling up so slow? I got black hooked up, right? Yep.
Black wire came out.
Really?
Yeah, see them? It came out.
No, it's over there.
You see it?
It's right here.
Isn't that the positive?
Yeah, it goes to positive.
Okay. My bad.
Gotta take flight.
See if you can steer that rig. Just sitting here.
You're pretty good.
All right?
There's a lot of rubber on the ground.
Should be meant. So basically, I set it up like that so if we break the motor and we got to push it, you can still steer just fine. All right, guys, we got this rig loaded up. We're going to head to the dyno tomorrow. I'm talking to the camera, Douglas. Douglas strapping the truck down for me because my back's a piece of crap. But we did a little, you can't even see it. We did a little trans brake launch test and made 24 pounds really fast. So I'm a little scared to see what it's going to do on the dyno. We're probably going to do a couple quick blips, see where the boost is at, and then I may just take the blow-off valve off. I don't know. We're going to see. I don't know what this 408 is going to hold. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm a little scared. But it didn't spin, even though it made that much boost. I don't know. Let's see. Boost time, it says 1.38 seconds. It was counting, though, as soon as I floored it, instead of like when I let off the button. So it was very fast. I mean, I let off the button here. Let me turn the flash off. That's on the chip right there. I let off the button, boop, and it made 24 pounds in about almost less than a second. Yeah. Let off the button at 96 and like 96.25. It had full boost by like 96.75.
Say she's about 10 times louder.
I told him before, I texted him, I said, hey bud, can I come make really loud noises in your shop? And he goes, yeah. I said, bring your earplugs. All right, so we're gonna roll that for a little bit, drain the oil, fill the oil because it got a little bit milky, and then we gotta get it out of 4-wheel drive, and then we can strap it down. All right, got this thing strapped down. We got fresh oil in it, fresh gear oil in it, fixed a leak, and I think we got it out of 4-wheel drive. So we got it strapped up. I'm gonna just ease into it and see, make sure it's not a 4-wheel drive, and then we're gonna let the battery charge up and try to make a pull on it. So I'm gonna just be real gentle, just roll into it and see where our fueling and all that stuff is, see how much boost we make, and if I feel comfortable with it, we'll make another full pull. We'll try to make a full pull, and then pull spark plugs, check spark plugs, put the fresh set in, do it a couple more times. We can get it pretty close. I feel like it's already pretty close, but if we can get it close enough, then we'll head down to Immokalee as long as it stays together. Try to do the truck race there. So, cross your fingers. I have not high hopes for this engine staying together, but, you know, hopefully it does. Bro, that motor is
Sketchy.
F-worded.
I wish I had fucking baby powder right now.
So, if you, in that clip, you see this, woof, it came from the fan. It was so loud, it rattled the dust out of the fan. I'm legitimately scared right now. Okay, guys, like, I'm scared for the motor, I'm scared for the transmission. This is probably not a good idea. You know, I might have done some other upgrades. But we're gonna try it again. Got the battery charged up, we pulled it off a little bit. I'm gonna data log it this time. We got 2 more straps on the back, so it tries to not jump off the dyno. So we're gonna try this again. But that was 1,150 foot-pounds and 3,400 RPM. All right, see if the rod's staying. Oh, the cone?
But it was clean.
That's okay. We don't need that where we're going.
We'll put it back on, tighten it up. That was a little less violent. I was very easy on the throttle. Let's see what we got for fueling.
What?
My phone vibrated.
Oh.
Under my nuts. That was 31.8 pounds of boost.
Oh. Okay.
So 31.8 pounds. I have it rich. That was 3.7 air fuel and like 14 degrees of time.
This definitely is not the same truck.
No, that made 876, and I only pulled it to 69. Well, I pulled it to 6,900, but it's going to want to move more.
Ace.
And we're also flashing through it pretty hard, so it would have made, if I decked it, I don't know, it's going to flash the converter hard either way, but I'll clean the fueling up a little bit, and then we'll push it a little bit harder. It looked like we might be losing fuel pressure a little bit. We might not have enough fuel system for this rig. We might have to get a gear set.
Uh-oh.
We'll try a couple more things, clean up the fueling a little bit. I'll probably lean it out. Well, I'm going to leave it right there for now. But we'll do another one and just kind of see from there. But it definitely needs more fuel. Oil pressure is there, you know, not the greatest. Yeah, boost, it made a little more boost. Like, it was still going. Alright, I'm going to add some fuel and we'll go from there. Leaned it out a little bit. We picked up 100, so I think it needs to be leaner. I don't think it'll. The fan got me. All right, let's see. See what we made for boost on that one. I stayed in it longer, but that is off. I mean, we're blowing through the converter on the dyno. It's only showing. Oh, Lord. Turn around. Look at all this shit.
No, you can't even see it on camera.
That's 1,000 RPM off. 1,500 at minimum. Oh no, did my data log not save? Son of a gun. Data log didn't save.
About right, Scooby.
My fault. Alright, I'm going to clean this up. We'll cool it back off and make another one and see. It lived through it, so we'll do another one. I'll lean it out some more because I didn't put any timing in it. It picked up 100 horsepower. Motor definitely breathing. I seen it coming out of the breathers.
It wasn't too bad though. But you definitely need a throttle.
Yeah. Alright guys, so leaning it out a little bit definitely helped with the fuel issue. So we have plenty of fuel pressure now. Injector duty cycle's back down like 60%. However, it did make 33 pounds of boost. And that is off because I was at 7,300 RPM. Dyno's only seeing 6. So it's making way more than 990. I would say it's probably around 1,100, maybe even more. So we're gonna go ahead and throw a fresh set of plugs in it. That was also only 10 degrees of timing. I'm thinking it's gonna want more than that up there. So we'll put a fresh set of plugs in it. We'll leave the fuel alone. I'm just gonna clean it up. It was trimming a little bit. So I'm gonna clean that up, cool it off, put a fresh set of plugs in it. We can get a timing reading on it, and then go from there. But surviving so far. 33 and a half pounds you'll probably see going down the track, which is quite a bit. I mean, should be spicy. Alright, we got fresh sparkulators in it. It's cooled off. We'll make another run and pull some spark plugs out and see where they at. I did have that I found in my tune-up. I didn't expect it to make that much boost, and I had kind of zeroed out timing and everything up kind of in like a area so that it wouldn't overshoot. If it did overshoot, it would just kill the motor. So what was happening on the last one was actually tickling that. That's why I was pulling timing out. So fix that. We're gonna get this thing fired up and make a rip. Came in, I stayed in on that one, so we'll have a good log. It survived though, a nice long pull, made 882 there, 1,056 foot-pounds. See what kind of timing we had in it, and we can read a plug. I have a feeling it's really, really safe on timing. Can you see it? Yeah. It's not bad. It might want a little bit of fuel, but overall, not bad. Alright, well, looks like we made a little bit less power on actually more boost, but I did rev it out further. It kind of went flat right there, so I'm not sure. We may have lost a plug wire or something. I don't know. We'll pull all the plugs out, check the plugs, and see. There's a couple of them that didn't feel like they snapped all the way on. I checked them a few times, but we'll just go through them one more time. Fueling was a lot closer there according to the wideband, but we got to look at the plug and determine that. But we were about 4.2 air fuel there. But once I did stretch it out to, let's see, we got to 7,700 on there, and right at 7,700 we were 35.8 pounds of boost. So if you're making some boostuses, a lot more than I wanted to, I'll tell you that much. I was hoping for like 28, so we're up there, 35.8 pounds. I don't see this thing living very long up there, but hey, I think the timing's safe enough. But let's pull some spark plugs out and see where we're at. Alright, well, judging by what the plug looked like, I'm going to pull a little more fuel out of it and maybe put a degree of timing in it, see what it does. car back up. Still not exactly where we were, but I mean it's a flat curve. So I'm not unhappy about it. I was hoping for more power, which I think it's definitely making more. It's just we're getting robbed from our converter. So, but overall, I mean, I don't want to say the word, but you guys, you know, I'm using my little hammer on this one. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna leave it there. Plugs are starting to get some heat in them. I can start to see a little bit of timing mark on all the plugs. I don't have EGPs on this thing yet. I have a kit there, but you know, time allotted, we have time. So we're gonna leave it there, take it to the track. We'll read the plugs again, see where it's at with some load and in 4-wheel drive, and then we'll go from there. So we got a good fuel tune-up on it. Fuel curve looks great. It's not trying to compensate or anything. It was like 1% here and there. So fuel curve looks great, but it is gonna change a little bit with load. So we're gonna leave the timing where it's at. That was 15.5 degrees. And at the peak, it made 36 pounds of boost. It was a lot. So, it's safe. We'll leave it there. Head down to Immokalee. Unfortunately, we ain't going to be able to test, so we're going to kind of jump right in the first round, so I'm going to have to guess at a tune-up to get it to leave. So, yeah, wish us luck. All right, guys, well, we've made it to the racetrack. Thing's still running, so we're gonna unload it, wake the neighborhood up, make sure everybody knows that old Mississippi Queen is here to defend its title because we won this race last time. We got some competition, but we also got some new horsepower. Fly like an eagle, dude. Alright, so they decided they're going to mix the Outlaw class, which is a bunch of small trucks, with the big trucks, since their count was low. So we got a little truck to race. We drew at Colorado. I don't know anything about it, but the tune-up is pretty much the same as when we pulled it off the dyno. Put a couple degrees in it early, just leaving the starting line. We're going to send it, see what it does. So we're headed up for the first round now. We'll see what happens.
Pickup. There. Full-size Outlaw. For the win. Along with his brother Thomas, the Lamb Brothers Racing. Outside Lamb up on the left side. Mike Corley, Sinister Performance. On the right side with the little Chevy pickup. Takes the win. Janet, please. They need you at the t-shirt stand. Somebody want to sign in. Janet, please. They're looking for you at the t-shirt.
Well, I mean, it ain't bad for the first lick. It went a 573. I mean, ain't terrible. Only went a 135, 60 foot. So we picked up 7 mile an hour over the nitrous and multiple tenths, and it's still alive. So we can work off that. I mean, that ain't bad considering first pass. I haven't done anything other than, I mean, we still got some tuning to do. I need to be able to push it back though, because now it's really hot. But I'm not mad about it. I wish we didn't draw that truck first round. I don't think they should have been running with us, but I don't want to be the only guy in the driver's meeting like, no. Last time I raced this race, they tried to do the same thing, and I was like, no, bro, you got your own class. Like, go run with your guys. That's outlaw is why you're in that class. But I didn't want to be the only guy complaining, so I just let it go. But it definitely got my adrenaline going. I was pumped up. This is the first time I've done anything since I've had my procedure. And I can proudly say that I have not a single issue. Like, my nerves are going and everything, but like my heart feels perfectly fine. So I'm like, it's a win-win for me. I already talked to the camera in the truck, but new PB, however, it's still a turd. 573 at 120. I wasn't expecting to set the world on fire, but I was hoping to go at 50 or 60. But I mean, it's still not bad. I don't think the converter is right for this. Obviously, I knew going into it, we just needed to kind of see where it was at, but I don't think that's bad lick for the first one. I mean, we're straight off the dyno. First lick, it goes 2.5 tenths faster than it did with the nitrous and 7 mile an hour faster. So that's pretty good. That's a win-win for me. Unfortunately, we're out first round, so we can either go do some test and tune or pack it up and go home. One of the two. But I'm not mad about it. I was a little slow on the tree, but I still think I treat him. I'm not 100% sure, but there's definitely some power. I mean, I have 10 degrees yanked out on the starting line for 1 second, not 10 total, but it comes back in. But I mean, it's still not bad. It's right on par with where we were 60 foot with the nitrous, leaving on like all of it. So there's still some power in the 60 foot. There's still some power down track too, but I want to pull the log, look at the converter and see, because it sounded like it was just sitting in the converter forever.
Yeah.
And I might,
like on the starting line, I was like,
it almost felt like I shifted it early, but I don't think it had even coupled the converter in first gear when I actually shifted. But it lived through the whole pass. That's also a plus. This thing just saw,
fluid in it, right?
yeah, 36 pounds of boost again on this motor that's been full water. We melted a plug at LS Fest.
Several 2-minute long burnouts on the
broke
rev.
The push rod, multiple burnouts. Like, it's still taking it. I mean, and guys, this is like a budget power glide. It was not meant to be doing what it's doing. It has a ringed input shaft stock case. Like, none of this stuff is really meant to be doing what I'm doing with it. it's got a Yukon third member in it from like 8 years ago out of my white truck. So, I mean, I'm not
just
mad
happy
about it.
It went faster than 113 for one.
Yeah. I think, 113 is the fastest I've run with this thing. And we went a 597 or something, I think, once.
Yeah.
LS Fest, we were going 6.0, so, I mean, it definitely picked up, and there's some more power to be had, but the 7 mile an hour, I like that.
Yeah.
If we need to get it up a lot higher, though, especially if we're going to go race.
Converter, and you start getting things lined out.
I think converter, and it needs more gear, I believe. But we have that other motor that we're going to put in this thing, and that other motor is going to make a lot more power. A lot more power. So, all right, let's pull the log, see how it looks, check out this converter, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Well, I think we're just going to load this thing up. I can go test, but I feel like this converter is just not proper for what this thing is. So I don't want to beat it to death. So I think we're just going to load this rig up. We'll just put these clips in the dyno video and load it up, go get a proper meal, because neither one of us, any of us, have eaten really good anything today. All right, we'll start over. All right, so I think we're just gonna load this thing up. I could go test, but I don't want to beat this thing up. I think the converter's wrong, or we have some kind of trans issue. We did pick up. I think we can do a lot better, but I want to probably do a converter change, and then we'll try again before I just beat this thing to death. I can put a little bit of timing in it early, make it a little bit faster early, a little bit out the back, but it's not going to get to where we need to be. So I think we'll just load it up while it still runs and everything's still happy, make a converter change, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. Well, we got back about 10:30 or so last night. Still got to run a vehicle, pull it on the trailer. But I just want to give a huge shout out to you guys and say thank you for watching the videos and supporting the channel. You know, buying merch and all that stuff, it really helps be able to do crazy stuff like this, put a blower on this thing and make cool sounds. So thank you for that. As far as the truck goes, we're going to try and hit a race in Alabama this coming weekend, hopefully. And I'm going to try my best to do a gear change beforehand. I don't really want to drag it up there without doing that. I don't want to change the converter yet. It is not exactly efficient in the setup that it has right now. So there's too much gear ratio, and it's just trying really hard. A couple of converters just not able to get there. It's not accelerating the truck like it's supposed to. So the game plan is I'm going to order some gears Monday, overnight them, get them here, get everything swapped, and then I'll probably drain the trans and put some tractor fluid in it, just tighten the converter up just a little bit, and then we'll see. I feel like it's going to pick up a lot more from that. And then when we put the new engine in, then we'll get a new converter, and we'll probably do a bolt together. And I'm also probably going to switch to a turbo 400 and get rid of the power glide. I just haven't decided if I want to do a 2-speed or a 4-speed or a 3-speed. So I have one sitting on the floor that's a 2-speed, but it's got a lower first gear ratio than this. We could try it, see how it works, and then kind of go off of that and see where we want to go. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I feel like that ratio is just going to be too low. So we'll just have to see. But we're going to end this video off. Stay tuned, because we're going to be working on this thing again. I appreciate you guys watching, as always, and we'll see you in the next episode.